Let's talk about the four most common types of aborted engine starts in turbine aircraft. The hot start, the hung start, the wet start or the no light, and the no starter cutout. Now, of these four, the most common is the hot start, which is where the engine rapidly approaches the design limitations. And this is normally caused either by excessive fuel flow, which you'll notice during your fuel flow during your attempted start, or not enough airflow for cooling, which itself is a result usually of a weak starter not turning the fan blades, which itself is usually a result of a weak battery or other electrical system. The remedy for this would be to cut the fuel so you don't have any more fires and motor it until the temperature cools down. The second most common is the hung start, which is where you get a light off, but you fail to have acceleration, usually of N2 in turbojets or NG in turboprops, those won't accelerate to the normal idle speed. So the starter will disengage thinking it's done, but the engine is not. It can stall itself out because it's not running fast enough to sustain itself once the starter leaves. This is usually caused by either an insufficient fuel flow or insufficient airflow. Not having enough of either one won't let the engine run at its full design capacity. The remedy for this is also to cut the fuel and motor it, and you end up having to try it again. The third most common type is the wet start or the no light start, which is where you're sending fuel in, but you're not getting the spark. This is obviously normally the result of a failed ignition. It's not igniting, it's not going kaboom, you're not getting a rise in ITT. The normal remedy for this is to turn off the ignition before you turn off the fuel flow, and then try to motor it, because motoring it will, and you will turn the fuel off as well, but you can use the motoring to clear the fuel out. But the primary thing to do is cut the ignition, because once you have a specific amount of fuel buildup, if it does ignite, that's where you get a tailpipe flame or some other kind of explosion on the inside of the engine, which is not a desirable result. And the last one, which is the least common, and also comes in the most different forms because of the different ways that it happens on different aircraft, is the no starter cutout. So whether you have an automatic starter cutout and it doesn't do it, or you disengage it manually and then it doesn't disengage, and depends on your airframe, but the valve stays open, the starter keeps running. And the problem from this is, the starter is normally designed to run at low speeds for a short period of time, so it could either overspeed and blow up or run for too long and burn up, neither of which is desirable. And usually the way to remedy this is to, if it's an automatic one, try to manually disengage it, and then if that doesn't work, shut down the engine. This video was specifically requested, so I hope this helps you in your studying.